Take a look at this kit. This is largely considered the best high-grade kit in production, the high-grade Moon Gundam. It is hugely popular with the builder community, but remains obscure to fans of the anime productions. So what features make this kit so popular when the mobile suit is relatively unknown? Let's pop into this thing and see if it's really deserving of its lauded status. Or maybe it's just overhyped. This is the only kit available that's in regular production for the Moon Gundam, so that makes it a great candidate for... What's up, gang? This is Gunpla Declassified, where I, Muffin, give you all the seedy details on your favorite mobile suits and the kits they may come in. Sometimes you get a lot of options like that Gundam video. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you only get a couple, or maybe even one, and they're both in high grade, just like the kit we're talking about today, the Moon Gundam. Oh, that kit's coming, and there's only one production kit of it. You may be asking, what exactly is Moon Gundam? I've never heard of that. This is a real hobbyist kit. Most of its popularity comes from the Gunpla building community, who really enjoy this thing to the point where they say it's the best high-grade kit ever made. So let's talk a little bit where it came from. For the small and elite few who do read the mangas, this may be no surprise, but for the rest of us, I had no idea where this thing came from. With its reputation and looks that just make you want to go, ooh, girl, what is that? I just had to pick this thing up and take a look at it. Mobile Suit Moon Gundam is a Universal Century side story set after the events of Double Z and just before the events of Char's counterattack, the mysterious gap of time between when the shades come off and the asteroids come down. The story revolves around Juta Qasim. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of stuff. Anyways, rebellious 15-year-old, I haven't heard that one before, of the Moon Colony. If you don't know what the Moon Colony is, shame on you, go watch Double Z. The Moon Colony, constructed as one of the first colonies in the Universal Century, they decided to close their doors and isolate themselves from the rest of humanity in their warlike ways, and they rejected technology like the mobile suits, because you know the mobile suits, they are always up to no good. Conflict brings both visitors and debris to Moon, both of which are highly intriguing to Yuta and awaken feelings. Even if you haven't read the manga, you may have seen this on the shelf with its no way you can miss it psycho plates on the back. The Moon Gundam itself was designed by Ippai Gyobu. Oh my gosh. Ippai Gyobu. I'm so sorry. The Moon Gundam itself being the development of the design language that you would see in that sweet Shuedo red Sazabi.
So, what all do you get in this kit? I found this somewhat neglected kit in the corner of my local gaming store, so it's a little beat up, but that's okay. To save the suffering of watching me take these out of plastics, I've already popped these out, so this is not the first time I've looked at this kit. And up top, you can see this uniquely colored runner for the Psycho plates. So let's take all of these out, arrange them, and just see what all you get in this box. $16 runners, 200 parts used, there's a few that are not. I don't see any stickers in this kit. I don't believe that's a mistake. I don't think this kit comes with any. A cool feature this has, you actually have 18 runners, 2 of which being the action base they gave you in this. That's awesome. Let's take a look at this instruction manual. They've included an illustrated evolution of the design language used from how these suits led up to ultimately the Sazabi, the Moon Gundam being one of those. That higher parts count means that the Moon Gundam's a little more complicated than your typical high grade, as you can see here, but it's something I think you can tackle, and that is what's in the box.
I'm not very interested in reviewing kits. I think there are other YouTubers who are doing it much more successfully than I could. My goal here is to literally be a buyer's guide, but I do want to impart some thoughts in the spirit of trying to sell you this kit. So first off, I will say that this is a little bit higher parts count, not a crazy part count, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck. There are a lot of mechanical little details, little considerations, and the way they layer joints and the way the kit is built is really standing out as like having great color separation, nice little mechanical detail that shows. And ooh, look at that engineered knee. That right there is nice. You get a little bit of movement, you get a little bit of plate separation that kind of give a fantastic detailing and good posability. The joints, while they won't fight you, do hold in place very nicely. That is a feature that a lot of high grades will struggle with, especially like older kits. So Bandai has done very well of learning from their sins from the past and have given a lot of considerations of like weight distribution and the way that they engineer those joints. Kind of the main feature of this kit is its psycho plates. Bandai has done something clever by not using colored transparent parts, but more of this clouded translucent part where they can hide the inner mechanics very well. Gives it a nice uniform look. So whenever you want to pop these out, you can rearrange these into like a shield or other functions that these psycho plates might be used for. They snap right back in. It's a very crisp snap. Everything fits very well. This is supposed to be a fluid structure on the back. It's not that it necessarily flops around. You know, when you want it to stick in a form, I find that it will hold for you in a nice place. There is so much nice to say about this kit. However, is it near real grade? I don't know if anybody's actually claiming that this is a real grade hidden in a high grade package, and I could see where one would want to say that, but I have a few thoughts on that, not to get it twisted. This is not a knock on this kit. It's a inspired little kit. However, if you went into it thinking it was a real grade, it is not. And the fit and finish on some of this still very much feels like a high grade to me. And I know that the fit and finish of real grades are not great, but they feel distinctly different. And while I would rave about like some of the color separations here, which is better than most high grades, some of the mechanical features here, there would just be more of that on a real grade. I just wanted to stress that if you go into this thing thinking it's a real grade, that you're getting a real grade product, you might be a little bummed. But as far as a high grade goes, it's just fantastic. And to take that in consideration, everything Bandai did for this kit, the balance, the detail, and the effort, all for a high grade, if the same care that they put into this kit, they just simply ratcheted up to the next level for that real grade or a master grade, imagine how magnificent that kit would be. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and found it as brilliant as this little kit was, then please hit that like button, give that subscribe button an old slap doodle. Maybe comment down below. I was like, this dude can't pronounce anything. Or maybe you like what I'm doing, and then you can let me know down in the comments. Or let me know what your favorite suits are so we can talk about what kits come in that. We'll see you then, and this is Gunpla Declassified. Now we're gonna add that to cart. Am I so desperate for laughs that I'm willing to give up my dignity for a bit? I'm not wearing a bow.